man who creates machines that kill
So in this episode, we're going to make a attempt to open the Jindosh lock live without any kind of prep or even paper in front of me. If you're not interested in watching three people talk about a logic puzzle with nothing else until, like, we get bored or solve it, then please just, like, skip to the next episode. We will continue to do the Dust District in that episode. You will not miss anything, so if this is not at all interesting to you, just go to the next episode. So this is the Jindosh riddle. At the dinner party were Lady Winslow, Dr. Marcola, Countess Conte, Madame Natsiu, and Baroness Finch. These are names that I cannot pronounce.
That's gonna
The women sat in a row. They all wore different colors, and Countess Conte wore a jaunty purple hat. Dr. Marcola was at the far left, next to the guest wearing a green jacket. The lady in blue sat left of someone in red. I remember that blue outfit because the woman spilled her beer all over it. The traveler from Karnaca was dressed entirely in white. When one of the dinner guests bragged about her diamond, the woman next to her said they were, finer in Karnaca, where she lived. So Baroness Finch showed off a prized snuff tin, at which the lady from Freyport scoffed, saying it was no match for her war medal. Someone else carried a valuable ring, and when she saw it, the visitor from Dunwall next to her almost spilled her neighbor's absinthe. Madame Natsu raised her whiskey and toast. The lady from Baleton, full of rum, jumped up on the table, falling onto the guest in the center seat, spilling the poor woman's wine. Then Lady Winslow captivated them all with a story about her wild use in Dabava, whatever. In the morning, there were 4 heirlooms under the table: the diamond, the bird pendant, the war medal, and the ring. But who owned each? Okay, so, all of these are ladies, so we're not dealing with, like, oh, there's, like, maybe Dr. Marcola is a man here. And they're all in a row at a table. They all wore different colors. Purple, green, blue, red, and white. And also, like, this is a thing. You can't just, like, go and look this up, because all of this stuff is randomized. Like, the various different colors and, like, who spilled what drink on who are all randomized. So, like, you can't just go to the Dishonored wiki and, like, find out the exact combination. This is a per playthrough randomization. Like, the wording is all the same, but the specific nouns are changed.
Right.
So, I don't have anything to write this down on, but,
I can do some writing if
so
we need.
we've got,
I mean, basically, you have a couple ways to identify people, right? You have the colors of
Right.
what they were wearing,
colors,
their position,
what they were drinking,
and you have to tie all of that, or where they're from, and you have to tie all of those
where
ideas
they're
together
from.
to identify who is who, so that you can eventually find out, like, we see that, what do we see? Like, the visitor from Dunwall, or no, someone carried a valuable ring who was seated next to someone from Dunwall. So if we know who's seated next to someone from Dunwall, we can find out who has the ring.
Yep.
But you need to know who's from Dunwall and who they were seated next to figure that out.
So, the way I did this was I basically went through and I tried to figure out as much as I could about one particular person every time. And I just went over it again and again to try to figure that out. So let's... Dr. Marcola was at the far left. This is a good anchor. And she was next to the person with the green jacket. So we know green jacket is... Marcola is not in the green jacket, and the person in the green jacket is next to her, and they're the 2 farthest left. Lady in blue sat left of someone in red, so the lady in blue can't be at the other side. The woman in blue is drinking beer. And then traveler from Karnaca was dressed entirely in white, which means this could be Marcola, but might not be.
But that would also make her the person who said that the diamonds were better where she lived. So she didn't bring the diamond, if that is...
So, yeah, okay, so I'm working on just, like, positioning right now. The position of the table has to be something like, it can either be... wait, what are our colors? We got green, blue, red, white, purple. So we know we don't know what color Marcola is, so we've got the leftmost person could be white or could be green. No, not green. Could be white or could be no, you know, I think Dr. Marcola has to be the white lady.
We don't know where purple is, right? Do we know anything about where purple is?
Oh, we don't know where purple is. So
that's the one thing we don't know.
We know that purple isn't Marcola. We know purple is Countess Conti. So,
okay, then purple probably is the
So Marcola has to be white. So
yes.
So the configuration of the table has to either be Dr. Marcola in white, then green, and then either purple, blue, red, or blue, red, purple.
Yes.
So we know Marcola is from Karnaca. That means that we already have one of these things. The visitor from Dunwall almost spilled her neighbor's absinthe. So, let's see here. Where does it mention who has what? Let's see. Freyport. Dunwall is not Ring. Nazi is drinking whiskey. From Baleton is drinking rum.
We know that she's not the center seat, I guess.
Yeah. So okay, we don't actually have one of the things we
so wine is in the center.
Nailed down.
So we know whoever is in the center is either blue or purple and is in the center.
Yeah. So we need to figure out where Conti is from.
The woman in blue spilled her beer. So the beer is to the right of the center.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to do the alcohol.
Okay.
As we all are.
Lady, let's work out the alcohol here. So
that's what Josh said.
Blue is beer.
Yes.
And we know that the woman in blue is not...
Is to the right of center.
Yeah, is to the right of... the configuration is
either the center
actually...
or is to the right of center. No, so we know purple has to be at center, right?
Okay, right. Yeah.
Purple has to be at center because blue is to the left of red. So either blue... It was either going to be white, green, blue, red, purple, or white, green, purple, blue, red. And the person in the center is wine, and blue doesn't have wine.
Or wait, actually, blue is left of red. If we're going from the left, or if we're going from the right two people to the left, No,
I'm doing left to right.
Marcola's right.
Marcola's on the far left, and she's white. Yep. And then there's green, because we know the person next to her is green.
Yeah.
And then it's either blue, red, purple, or purple, red, blue, or purple, blue, red. But we know that the person in the center can't be blue because the person in the center had wine, and blue didn't have wine. So we know it has to be white, green, purple, blue, red is the color setup.
Yeah. Okay.
Which means it's something, something, wine, beer, something.
Yeah. So, let's see.
I feel like we have to go to positions now to find out who has what booze. Go to Origins, City of Origins.
I think we have to go to the heirlooms now.
But the heirlooms is the end, right?
Right, but we can nail down some like exclusions from the heirlooms. Like we know, okay, so Finch has the snuff tin. This is not part of the thing that we have to do because it's just straight up says Finch has the snuff tin. The lady from Freyport has the war medal. So the war medal cannot be Marcola or no, it could be Conti. So
this is the most thrilling YouTube video we've ever made.
Well, it's fun to work this out. There are probably people who've already figured this out and are yelling at us.
Well, I mean, the problem is I've actually never sat down and done this, and I'm sure people have got it to a point where they can look at this scripture and just interpret very quickly by cross-referencing things exactly which one is which. Anyway,
okay, so let's go back to the alcohol. So we've got
I think
wine
we need something
and beer
more.
Are next to each other, and wine is in the center.
Yes. But I don't see anything else we can get from just alcohol without finding someone else. Like, position or City of Origin seems to be the next step to me.
Well, the middle woman has the wine.
Right, and we know that.
So we know the color purple. Purple has the wine.
Yes.
I guess that doesn't really add anything else right now.
Dunwall is sitting next to someone with absinthe, so that means that whatever side has the beer on it, the person next to them doesn't have absinthe. So it's...
Wait. Where does it say that?
Okay, so the center is wine, next to wine is beer. There are 5 people, so the person next to beer doesn't have someone next to them. So the person with absinthe is somewhere on the opposite end of the table. So it's...
Right, but I'm trying to read where is the clue for that?
Something, wine, beer, or something absinthe, wine, beer. Because...
The visitor from Dunwall next to her almost spilled... Someone carried a valuable ring, and when she saw it, the visitor from Dunwall next to her almost spilled her neighbor's absinthe. I don't think that tells us anything, because it could be in the far right. Because it could be something, something, wine, beer, absinthe.
What do we have nailed down for the locations of
Nothing, that's what I'm saying.
Alcohol.
We need to move the locations.
Nothing. Okay. You, at one point, had something, and then...
We have Freeport equals war medal. That's what we have. So, diamond is not Karnaka.
Oh, that's the thing I was missing. Okay, so...
Oh, the Traveler from Karnaka was dressed in white. Yeah, that one.
Diamond is green.
Yes.
So, who is green?
We don't know.
And
someone else is scared.
War medal is Freyport. So, bird pendant or ring is Karnaka, which is Marcola. This is much easier when you have a piece of paper in front of you, because I'm like constantly trying to like go back and like go, okay, wait, what was the layout of this thing?
I can be the paper person.
I mean, I'm writing down what we're talking about, but
if we want to spend more than like a couple more minutes on this.
No, probably not.
Hang on. We can visualize this actually. So, Marcola far left, we don't know, and Diamond is actually in the right spot. And then what do we got from here? Blah, blah, blah. Who has the snuff tin? Finch is the snuff tin, so
Put them
okay,
both
so
on the
we
far
know
right.
that Diamond can't be Finch. And hang on. So Diamond can't be Finch, and we know Winslow is not from Karnaka. So that leaves Conti or not. Okay, hang on. We know that Conti is purple. And we know that, okay, so we know that this is Nasiu. Diamond is Nasiu, and she's from, we don't know.
Wait, we know Conti is purple?
Yeah, we know Conti is purple.
Then Conti sits at the center.
Yeah, the middle is purple.
Okay. Then we have Marcola, Nazio, Conti, and then we have up in the air are Winslow and Finch.
So then the far right is red, and then the other one is blue.
Yeah. So
we know Finch has this snuff tin.
Yep. But we don't know what, like, if we knew the position of these two people, we could almost certainly, like, guess this, like, brute force this.
So who's from Dunwall?
Okay, Winslow is from Dabakva, which means that Finch is from I had something and then I think I lost it here. I almost want to make this like a special episode if we manage to get this, like just do an episode of this and then like cut into the rest of doing the rest of the Dust District, which we'll probably do anyway. Let me work this out here. Okay, so we know Marcola, Nazio, and Conti are nailed
So
down,
for the record, for those curious, there are websites that have the logic solvers built in, so you can just go plug all this crap in if you're like, if you don't actually like thinking about this and want to skip this whole level. As somebody who likes the Dust District, I would recommend not skipping the whole level. But so basically, what this is a big complicated logic puzzle to get yourself all the way to the place we're trying to go. Or you could actually go and try to make peace between these two warring gang factions.
You do that enough in other games. I want this complicated logic puzzle. You can't do that in any other game.
I mean, I'll give the game this. It isn't Towers of Hanoi. I mean, even frickin' Death of the Outsider had a puzzle that was like, can you figure out how the Fibonacci sequence works? And I'm like, yeah, yes, I can figure that out. That's pretty straightforward. So we know purple is what's her name, and she is.
Yeah, purple is okay. So we have the left
Purple
side
is
of the
Conti.
table all figured out, aside from who has the stuff. We know Natsu has the diamond. We know purple is Conti. We know white is Marcola, and it goes Marcola, Natsu, Conti. We figured all this out. So wait, okay, let's see if we can narrow down. Okay. So
we know Conti is not from Baleton.
Right. we know that the ring is not Dunwall. And that the person sitting next to Ring is... Oh no, we know that Ring is Absinthe. Interesting. I think that's the way this is. I think this is the wording that screwed Rutskarn up, is the way this is worded. A valuable ring, and when she saw it, the visitor from Dunwall next to her almost spilled her neighbor's absinthe. And that neighbor is supposed to be Ring person, not necessarily other person next to them's thing. So
that is very unclear.
Wait,
I remember.
But I think by logic
specifically
you can
mentioning
reduce
that.
The other person had another alcoholic drink.
The visitor from Dunwall almost spilled the person who's holding its drink.
So that was the person with the ring. We know Freyport is war metal, but we don't know where Freyport is.
We know Conti is not Bailton,
okay.
not Dovka, and not Dunwall.
Okay, Natsiu is... I think we got it. Natsiu is whiskey, okay? So we know wine, whiskey. This person can't be absinthe. So... and we know blue is beer, right? So it's white, purple, green, blue, red.
No. It's white, green, purple, blue, red.
Or white, green, purple, blue, red. Okay, so person in blue is beer.
Yes. We know that. Person in purple is wine. We know that.
Marcola is from Bailton. Because that's the only one. Okay, so we know it's rum. What is Nazi? Rum, whiskey, wine. So we've got beer and absinthe here. So whoever is, whatever the, so Snuff Tin is one of these two. We just need to figure out Finch and Winslow's position
the ring.
here.
Right. I figured that's trivial to switch.
We don't know their positions next to each other. We don't know which one is which, but we can just do this guess. So
yeah, just guess it.
Okay, Winslow ring.
Make Winslow the ring.
And then war metal is Freyport, and since Marcola is Dunwall, Marcola is Bailton, so Freyport must be Conti, which means that she gets the war medal and you get the bird pendant.
We did it.
How do we pull the thing?
Set. Lever. Sorry.
Where is
that thing? The right, like by the door.
Should we quick save first? Does it like lock us out?
No.
Unless we didn't get it.
It's possible we didn't get it.
But then we just switch Finch and the other one, right?
Yeah. Okay. Let's Winslow, Finch.
Hold on, like move up a bit.
Family set.
Oh.
I thought there was a button that you had to push, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
Well, we tried. This has been Spoiler Warning Stares at One Door for an entire episode.
Hang on. We got like 3 more minutes.
So what are we missing? So how do we know whoever's from Freeport is from Freeport?
Process of elimination.
I mean, that's literally the whole thing. But without like a grid in front of me, I don't know how to...
We know, let's see. We know Conti is from Freyport because Marcola, is from Bailton because she's got rum and we know that Natsu has whiskey, so the whole side of this table is rum, whiskey, we know that because this side of the table is whiskey wine, so there's no room for there to be someone drinking absinthe over here, so, oh!
No, you just literally closed it.
That would have been cool.
Wait, close it and pull the lever. Are you sure that isn't a lever? That thing, like, right above it?
It looks like a lever, but it doesn't seem to be one.
It's a coat hanger.
Oh, shit.
What if we...
Now I hate Jindosh even more. Alright. I think we tried. Rudskarn spent 4 hours on this. We're not going to figure it out here.
Oh, wait. That can't be right. Okay. Wait. I messed up. I get it. Okay. We know... Marcola's from Karnaka. Okay. That's how we know that she's next to the person with diamond. So I messed up with my logic there. So, we know Conti is purple, but we don't necessarily know that Conti is warm metal now. We do know that Natsu... Yeah, we do know that Natsu is diamond, and that she's whiskey, and that she's next to Karnaka, which is Marcola. So, we know that Karnaka can't be Bailton.
At this point, we're spouting a tautologies.
Wait a
Karnaka
minute.
can't be Bailton. Let's just do the Dust District.
We're
People
so
hate
close,
this screen
though.
now.
Wine, beer, absinthe, whiskey, rum. Okay.
That's not. That can't be the right order.
No, that's not the order. We know blue was beer.
Yes.
We know Natsu, who is green, is whiskey.
Yes.
We know that Bailton cannot be these. Because we know that, well, yeah, okay, we know that, okay, Bailton is rum, we know that Conti is wine, so Natsu is whiskey, and we know that where Marcola is from. So one of these two has to be the rum one. So it's...
White or red, right? One of the two people on the edge. Well, if we know it's one of the two people on the edge, let's switch.
Well, no, we know. I'm trying to work out the logic here. This is actually because we know the visitor from Dunwall is the one who spilled their neighbor's absinthe. But we know that Bailton, which is not the 3 left seats of the table, is rum. So I'm trying to work out how... Like, who is the one with the absinthe?
Repeat the 2 things you just said.
Okay, so we know that the absinthe thing has to happen over here, because we know the person in the middle is wine. We know this one is whiskey. So,
what about Marcola?
Well, we know where she's from. So Bailton is rum, and Marcola is from Karnaca, so she cannot be the person with the rum. So we know it's something that is not rum, whiskey. Yeah, I'm looking for the absinthe, but it says the person from Dunwall. Yeah, but it says that the person from Dunwall knocks over her neighbor's absinthe.
So the person with whiskey or wine or whiskey. Do we know Nazio is not from Dunwall?
We know she has whiskey.
Okay, but her neighbor's absinthe.
No, her neighbor's wine.
She has 2 neighbors. She has one neighbor to her right, which is wine, and one neighbor to her left that is absinthe.
Oh, that does that's possible. Yeah, okay. So then it would be absinthe,
whiskey, wine, beer, rum.
Wine, beer, rum. No, I don't want to close it.
Just gotta take a break sometimes.
Okay, Bailton is on the far right. She's the one with the rum.
Yeah, that makes absinthe.
Winslow. So okay, so it's Winslow Finch. So we know Finch has this. We know metal is center. No, we don't know metal is center.
Try switching Winslow and whatever. Finch has the tin. We got that. The lady from Freeport has the war medal, but we don't know who's from Freeport.
Well, Winslow is from Dabakva, so we've kind of nailed down where everybody else is from, except Natsu. But so Conti still has to have the. So let's try this. Ah, we did it!
Yay! That was
all right,
worth it.
That took
Now to find Aramis Stilton.
25 minutes?